Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Today we will discuss hyperparameter tuning. So what is hyperparameter tuning? First understand what is hyperparameter. Basically finding the best settings for a machine learning model to get maximum performance. These settings are called hyperparameters. And now uh, let me show you what is those settings exactly. Okay, let's suppose I have performed decision tree algorithm for classification in my previous video. So let me show you what is hyperparameters. Okay, so first let me execute all the line of code. Okay, so here you can see when you will click here. Here we have taken max depth is equal to 4. This is also a type of hyperparameter tuning. This is a type of manual tuning. I have chosen max depth is equal to 4 means I only want total depth as 4. I only want my model till the depth 4 in decision tree. Suppose I will click here shift plus tab here. Now you can see the criterion, splitter, max depth, minimum samples split, minimum samples leaf. These are called hyperparameters. Okay, these are called hyperparameters. So, building a good model according to our scenario or situation, we just give values according to our situation or scenario, like in criterion, splitter, or like required things. Okay, these are default values. Okay, so on the basis of our requirement, we choose the values of these hyperparameters. Okay, so that is called hyperparameter tuning. Hyperparameter tuning. So there are three ways of hyperparameter tuning. First one is manual tuning. Manual tuning I have already shown. This is like I have chosen max depth is equal to 4. So this is a kind of manual tuning. I have tuned it manually. Max depth I have chosen 4. Now what are the next two methods? More two methods, grid search and random search. What grid search do? Basically, you give multiple values, then model tries every possible combination and then select and will give you the best combination. Okay. And third one is random search. It will not check on all combinations like grid search. It checks random combinations. Okay. And it will give you the best combination according to the random search. Okay. So now we can do it practically. How we can do these, how we can perform these three methods for hyperparameter tuning. Okay. Now let's take our new file, hyperparameter tuning. And on this data set, I will perform my all three methods of hyperparameter tuning. Okay. So this is my output column and these two are my input columns, total experience and certifications. And on the basis of these inputs, we are calculating salary. Okay. So first I will import pandas library, import pandas as PD. Okay. Now I will load my data set. Suppose I will take a variable data slash CSV. Okay. So this is my data set salary multi.csv. I will right click, copy path, control V, and I will check my data is loaded or not. Okay, by checking first three rows. Okay, now my data gets loaded. Okay, now I will basically take all the input columns into X and output column into Y variable. Okay, data dot ilog. I'm saying give me all rows and all columns, but don't give me the last column minus one. That is my output column. I will take output column into Y. Data, I will take salary. Okay. Now my data gets divided into input and output. Now I will divide my data set into training, 80% for training data and 20% for the testing data. So I will load train test split sklearn dot model selection import train test split. Okay. Now, now I will take my all four variables x train, x test, y train, and y test, right? And I will call my train test split to split my data. I will give my both variables x and y. I will give my test size as 0.2 as I want 20% of total data as my testing data and random state is equal to 42, right? Now my data gets divided into 80% for the training and 20% for the testing. Okay. Now, now let's build a model. Suppose I am taking a decision tree. Okay, for building a model. So I will import decision tree sklearn dot tree import decision tree regression because it is a problem of regression. So I'm importing regression, not classifier. Okay. So now let me give the method one manual tune. I will give a markdown here manual tuning. Okay. I will give a markdown here shift plus enter. Yeah. First one manual tuning. So this is very simple. Let's take an object to call my decision tree classifier. Okay. This is simple. Suppose I'm taking max depth as 5. Max depth as 5. Okay. This is your manual tuning. Okay. Where you are giving the where you are giving some values to your hyperparameters according to your situation. Okay. Basically by yourself. You are giving max depth is equal to 5. This is the kind of manual tuning. Okay. Let's fit dt.fit our training data x train and y train. Okay, now it gets fitted. Let's check its accuracy. dt.score. I will take x test comma y test into 100. So we are getting 89% accuracy. Although we can increase our accuracy by performing standardization also because there is a need to perform standardization on this because you can see salary has many much like much higher values than this one. So model will give more priority to the salary column. Okay. So I'm not performing standardization. I've already covered what is standardization and how to perform it. My motive of this video is to basically show you how we can use different methods of hyperparameter tuning. Okay. Now, now let's take second grid. What was the our second method? Grid search, right? Grid search and third one random search. So first we will see grid search. Okay. First let me give a markdown here. Second grid search. Okay. I will choose markdown. I will click shift plus enter. Okay. Now I will import first from sklearn dot model selection, import grid search CV. Okay, CV. And let's import second one also. That is our random search. And I will import it randomized search CV. Okay, let's import this. Yeah, I have imported this. Now let me make a variable, okay, where I will take all like required hyperparameters and all their values. Okay, let me take df is equal to, okay, so first one is our let me see here from here, right? Shift plus tab. Suppose I will take first criterion, okay, criterion. So I am taking criterion, okay, first one, okay, criterion. Now let me see what are the values are available for criterion. Shift plus tab, and here you will see there are four different types of criterion are we can take. Okay, default one is your squared error. So let me take all this. Okay, I will take all this here. Control V. Okay, okay. Now what was our second one? Again, I will go for it. Shift plus tab. Now let's take splitter. Okay, as our second hyperparameter. So I will give this, and again I will see what are the values are available for it. Splitter, best and random, and default is your best. Okay, Control C. Okay, sorry. Okay, best and random. And last one, I will suppose I will take max depth. Max depth. Suppose I am taking a range in max depth. Suppose I am taking a range I in range. Suppose I am taking 2 to 20. Okay, 2 to 20. I am taking this range. Okay, now plus enter. Oh, okay. I forgot to put a comma. Okay, yeah. So now let me create an object to call my grid search CV. Grid is equal to, I will call my grid search CV. Yeah. Now, I will first take decision tree regressor. Okay. Now, second thing, I will give parameter grid. Parameter grid. Okay. SDF. All these values. Okay. SDF. Okay. Now, I will fit my training data into it. gd.fit xtrain, comma ytrain. Okay. Yeah, it gets fitted. Sorry, till now it is not get fitted. Yeah, it gets fitted now. Now let me check what are the best parameters it is giving. GD dot best parameters params. Okay. Yeah, it is saying your best criterion you can take as poison, poison. Okay, and max depth you can take 4, and splitter will be best. You can take best. Okay, so what we can do, uh, we can give these parameters in our decision tree. Let's take this. Suppose I'm calling it as DT2. Okay, now I'm giving these parameters here. Control C, Control V. Okay, I will remove the. Okay, I will remove this. Okay, so it is giving me error here. Let's take this. Let's take equal to. Okay, now it gets fitted. Now let me check the accuracy. Dot score. Sorry, DT2 dot score. Now I will take X test, comma, Y test. So it is giving me 90% accuracy. Okay. First I was getting 89% accuracy. Now I'm getting 90% accuracy. Once you will perform standardization, the accuracy will be increased much more. Okay. I'm not performing standardization here. So here you can see my accuracy increased a little bit. Okay. So this is how we can perform grid search. Now let's see how we can perform the third one. That is our random search. Okay, let me give a markdown here. Random search. Okay, that is our third one. Sorry, I will have to give markdown here to highlight this. Yeah, random. Again, I will give third number. Okay, third random search. Now, how we can perform random search CV? Let's take an object to call random search CV, as I have already imported this here, randomized search CV. So I will call this. Okay. Now, now I have to uh, give decision tree regressor. Okay, comma, and parent distribution. I have to give distribution. I have to give my DF, and I have to give an iteration. An iter is equal to let me give 20. Okay. Now, okay, distributions. Okay. Now, I will fit rd dot fit x train and y train. Okay, it gets splitted. Now let me check what are the best values of parameters it is given. RD dot best parameters. Best params. Okay. Okay. Yeah. It is saying that splitter we should take best, next step we should take 5, and criterion should be we should take squared error. Squared error. Okay. Now let me check if it is increasing my accuracy or not. So it is saying to take criterion as squared error, right? So I will take this control B, and it is saying next step we should take 5. Okay, it was saying 4 and it is saying 5 we should take. And splitter is best. It is also saying best. So we are not changing this. So now it gets splitted. Let sorry, I will first create a new variable. Now let me check the accuracy. dt3 dot score x train x test comma y test into 100. So it is giving 89% accuracy also. Okay. So here we can see by manual tuning, I got 89% accuracy. By grids using grid search, we got 90% accuracy, and from random search, we are getting 89% accuracy again. So to basically increase the accuracy of obviously we need to perform standardization. So here are these three ways to perform hyperparameter tuning. Okay, to choose the best values for your hyperparameters, like like grid search suggested that you should take criterion as position, max depth as for splitter as best. You should take. Okay, so we implemented that in this. Okay, and 1% accuracy improved. Okay, so this is how three different methods of hyperparameter tuning you can perform. So these are the ways to perform hyperparameter tuning methods. Okay. So that's all in this video. In the next video, we will see cross validation. Okay. So thank you.